questions from media.
Yeah, we at this time of year, obviously, it's a survive and advance mentality. There's some things we did very well tonight, and there's some things that we'll need to clean up as we advance. But I thought Colgate played pretty close to their ceiling. And when you come in here and you play without much to lose, and they're an organized and they're a very experienced team, they competed very well. So congratulations to them. But the Jayhawks, we were in an aggressive mindset. Thought we served well. Our transition offense was very good, and we had good balance offensively. So we're excited about advancing to tomorrow night against the Florida Gators.
Ray, you just talked about the mentality changing, but your team's been in so many big matches, and it did, for a lot of tonight, look like it was just another match, whether they made it close or whatever. Is that the veteran leadership, seniors and all that? Did you feel that tonight?
Yeah, the people got next to me up here certainly create a competitive confidence just because they played at that level for a long time. We ended the sets well tonight. We got ourselves in a little trouble in the second set and made good plays, both offensively and defensively, to do that. That's what an experienced team with high standards and high goals should do. And then obviously we stubbed our toe a little bit, got a little uneven at the end of the third set, and then made some really good plays to finish that off as well.
Cam, sort of the same thing, but I also wanted to ask you about the difference between tonight and maybe your first round match in this building for the first time last year. Did it feel different? Did it feel more familiar? And did that senior leadership and veteran presence you guys have really kind of carry you through? Just, hey, it's another match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think earlier when we were watching Florida and NC State play, London kind of looked at me and she was like, it just feels different this year. And I was like, yeah, it doesn't feel like as much pressure because like we've done it already before. So I feel like definitely everyone that I'm playing against or playing with on the same side, I've played with them for a long time. So it's just kind of comfortable. So for sure.
And Toy, Coach B just talked about the finish to your sets tonight, but you also got out to pretty good starts, 7-0, 3-0. How much does that help in a first round match where, you know, it's survive and advance and you just want to win however it looks? Does that help, especially at home and as the favorite, all that stuff?
I think it helps a lot because it kind of gives us a cushion if we were to get in like a bad run or anything, but we have those 7 points that we got in the beginning, and we can just take a little breath even if it gets a little close. But being at home is such a great environment in Horsh, and the fans definitely help us get riled up and get happy. So I think it was nice that we started off the stretch really strong. It's just finishing just as strong as we start.
Toy, you were really consistent tonight with 11 kills, 15 attempts, no errors. What was that like? You guys just went back to that slide a lot, and maybe some times of where you were down or looking to come back. What's it like for you to just have that connection and know you can go back to that and have a consistent moment?
I think it's just trusting that connection I have with Cam. Like, we worked on it so much in the spring, so there's no need to like worry or have any fear that we're not going to connect because we have done it all season. So I think it's just having trust in each other that if we ever need a point, just setting that slide that I'm here for her and she's here for me. So.
Ray, you mentioned playing Florida next. Over the years of your time in the NCAA tournament, have you learned any things that are like, it's important to do this in the next 20 hours, it's important to avoid doing that in the next 20 hours over the years that you'll do in the next 20 here?
Yeah, we just talked in the locker room that everybody in that locker room needs to do everything they need to from this moment until we step on the floor to get their mind right, their body right, all of it. It's a quick turnaround. Obviously, we watched a lot of NC State and Florida tape as well this week. We were actually doing a couple things in practice that simulated those teams without telling these guys what we were doing, but they probably had that figured out. But it's more about, hey, let's control what we can control. They present certain problems, and we certainly are going to present some problems too. So let's play our brand. Let's play with the energy we want to and the execution, and we can ride the wave in there sometimes with that crowd as well. And it should be a great volleyball match.
Coach, you mentioned that second set. You called timeout trailing 18-16. What was the message in the huddle, and what did you see from your team kind of down the stretch to rally and win that one?
Yeah, there's no panic. We've got a group that believes in each other and believes in our system. Our first ball tonight, serve receive, was okay. It wasn't great. So we just wanted to get a better swing right off the first the first opportunity when they serve. When the ball was crossing net a couple times, we were really, really good. But once Cam got what we call in system, where she had options, that's when things came together.
The end of the third, you put a bunch of young players out there. It obviously didn't go quite how you hoped, but I wonder how valuable it is for them to just get that taste.
Actually, when we do that double sub, Ellie Schneider, the physicality, we'll go to that, and we've gone to that late in sets. But it's sometimes the response is good, sometimes maybe the moment's quite a bit, and I know they'll respond better next time they get that opportunity, but we wouldn't have known that if not given them that opportunity.
And for both of you guys to see those young girls that will be here after you guys are gone, what's that like to stand over there and watch them finish it out, or try to anyway, and just get the experience that you guys have a lot of?
There you go. It's kind of just like passing the torch, and I always get excited when they all go in because they're all so pumped to go in, and they're like itching for that chance. And just seeing them go in and show out, I just feel like a proud mom. Like, it's just awesome.
No, that's what I was going to say. I feel like a proud mom because they're all like our little children and our little babies. They work so hard every single day in practice, and so they're ready for the moment, and maybe it didn't work out tonight, but they're ready, and they're not afraid to go in next time.
I also want to ask you about Reese, freshman of the year in the conference. She played like she's been doing this a long time. She's played like that for a while now. But what did you think of her tonight in her first NCAA tournament action?
She reminds me a lot of Rachel Langs, just like how calm she is. So she didn't even seem like frazzled at all. So she's just a baller, and she's ready for any moment that's right in front of her. And so she was amazing, as always.
You want to jump in on her?
Yeah, I thought that overpass she pushed clear out of bounds and was a freshman moment. But beyond that, hey, at 23-21 in the third set, she had a huge kill. That was high level, and she's ready for those moments and shows up every day ready to go to work. And to the point, for the other people that got to play, our B side, or whatever you want to call it, crimson and blue side, brings it every day in practice, and that's why these guys can sustain such a high level, is because they get pushed every day by the second side, or whatever you want to call it. So it's been really cool to see the competitive environment these 19 women bring every day.
Coach Regan Burns kind of been on and off consistency and appearance-wise from the service line, but had a really good run to end things in that second set. What did you see from her there, and how did that just get you guys through that second set?
Yeah, we're spending a lot of time on it, and Bernie's going to put in the time. We were really good in this rotation 2 and 3 point scoring. Bernie was a big piece of that, and she's not only serving tough, but she's serving it right to target, to where we wanted the ball to go. So she's one of the unsung heroes for us. She's always in the right place. She's doing the right thing, and she's a great teammate.
To the players, did you watch the Florida match, NC State, and what did you think of them?
Yeah, we watched them. We scouted them before our match, and they're both two really good teams, and I think we're kind of up to the challenge. Florida's a really good team. They have lots of good pieces, but we've also seen really good teams this year, so I feel like we're excited.
Yeah, around the same. They're both very good teams, and Florida's got cannons of arms, so it's going to be interesting to see how we're able to, one, put our hands across the net and get some blocks, but also how we're going to work offensively, because they're also a massive block as well.
Was there pressure or excitement to try to win 3-0 since they swept theirs? Because you could exert more energy.
Yeah. No, that's definitely good. I guess I didn't really think about that, but it is kind of pressure. Like, they won the match they're supposed to win, so it's like, okay, now we got to put the pressure on and win the game we're supposed to win too.
Did they seem different from September? Could you tell they were a different team, or was it totally similar?
Personnel was the same. I think that was our first weekend, our third match of the year. It was our third match in 3 days. I think we had used more people throughout that 3-day period, so they looked a little more, a little more athletic tonight, probably a little more rested. I think they hadn't played for 10 or 11 days. But the system was the same, and I knew they'd compete hard. I mean, they've won 4 straight conference championships, and they're a veteran team. So they were going to present a great opportunity for us, and we're excited to, like you said, Gary, to get out of there 3-0.
On paper, you guys did what you're supposed to do. I wonder, though, did you enjoy it? Were you able to go in the locker room and scream and yell? Because these are still hard to get, right? Even though you guys have made a habit of it. Did you have that moment or those moments of, just kind of enjoying it and taking it in?
Yeah, I think we enjoyed it a lot. I think what our team when we play our best is when we're having fun. So we're always before the games, have fun, guys. I know it's a lot of pressure, but just enjoy what we're doing. And I think we went out and enjoyed it a lot. So I think we had a lot of fun.
They probably invite you to the dance party before the match starts if you guys want in on that deal.
Before and during.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Kim, after, same idea, and advancing your team and in the locker room, all that.
I think kind of going to the tournament has kind of been expected these last couple of years, and so I think it is just kind of take a step back and it's we're in the tournament. We're one of 32 or less, as he said, in the locker room. So it's just oh my goodness, this is good, this is fun, and so now it's yay, celebrate this, but then on to the next as well.
Kind of backtracking a bit, talking about Florida. You were talking about how they have massive arms. One of their biggest arms being Kennedy Barton. How do you stop that 6'6" humongous person with a huge arm?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's just being disciplined at the net, just making sure that our hands are pressing over and not giving her the opportunity to tool us.
She's going to get some kills, there's no doubt. It's in those moments where there's a play that we can control. And there'll be some swings we'll go, okay, nice, we move on to the next play. But we got to be in the right place. We got to make it tough on them with our serve. And, they've got other pieces too that sometimes you start to focus a little bit too much on one person. Some other people can get away from you, but should be a great challenge.
Anything else for coaches or players?
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.